Nossa convidada hoje em nossos estúdios é a vice-presidente executiva e diretora executiva de enfermagem da William Osler Health System, Tiziana Rivera, que vai nos explicar melhor o que é o novo Osler Research Institute for Health Innovation. Well, Tiziana, first of all, thank you so much for coming to our studios today. And let's just start with the first question. What is the vision behind the Osler Research Institute for Health Innovation, and how does it aim to improve health outcomes in the region?
What a great question, and thanks so much for having me here. It's an absolute pleasure. So really our vision is for better health outcomes. We recently launched our Osler Research for Health Innovation, and really what the vision is to underneath one umbrella have all of the researchers at Osler under one institute to help to support and research questions that are important for our community. We know that we have a very diverse and community with very unique healthcare needs, and we've developed this institute to highlight the opportunities that exist in our community to research questions that have great importance for our patients, our families, and the community that we serve. We want to partner with academic centers, we want to partner with our community, and we want to partner with our industry partners to be able to come together and provide research that supports understanding problems so that we can better provide answers to the questions that clinicians are encountering.
Can you share more about the role Ori High will play in addressing the unique needs of Osler's diverse community?
Sure, absolutely. So at Ori High, we are really looking at three main areas as our focus for conducting research. One is on population health, one is on personalized health, and the third is on health systems. So we want to be able, from a population health perspective, we know that we have a very diverse group within our community. And there are unique things that affect that particular group. So for example, our location of Osler, both in Brampton and in Etobicoke and Peel, we are right off of the airport. We have a very unique patient population that comes directly from the airport that come with specific health needs. Those questions really need to be answered by the clinicians and the patients that come to us so that we can provide them with the answers and the solutions that are best for their health needs. We also have a very large immigrant population. So we want to ensure that what are the unique needs of that group? We have one of the largest births at Osler. Almost 10,000 births a year. And so what are the unique needs of that patient population that we want to be able to deal with? And so the second one is really around personalized health. So we have an opportunity to research questions that provide detailed and evidence-based approaches to healthcare needs within our community. And so it could be lifestyle choices, it could be specific medications that are tailored for our patient population. And then the third is really health systems. And health systems really is an opportunity to look at where in our population that, what is it within our systems, so anything from our systems, our structures, our processes that don't allow for equitable access to health care. So what are those questions that help us to uncover and provide the answers to our community and our clinicians to better meet the needs of our patient population? So those are the areas we're hoping to really focus in on and provide outcomes to help with the healthcare needs of our community.
Oh, I mean, it's a very broad approach. It feels like very challenging to be able to do all of that. So what are the challenges in doing that type of research that's so broad and takes into consideration so many aspects of the community?
It's a great question. One of the challenges is our ability to ensure that we have sustainable funding. We know that an underserviced and a population that doesn't have the same access to health services, that we want to ensure that we have sustainable funding to do the research. That is one of our challenges. We know that research funding comes from our partners, either from the official, like the government, but also their health funding agencies. And so we want to make sure that we are out there and securing that funding. The other piece is that when we do research in our population, we know that not everyone wants to volunteer to be a subject. There may not be the same trust or the same understanding how valuable it is to participate in research. So if we don't have the right subjects enrolled in our research study, then we don't have the opportunity to find out what's unique about them. So those are a couple of pieces. And then just the opportunity to sometimes get the right partners at the table so that we can collaborate and get a better outcome to our research studies.
Can you speak to how Ori High is engaging with patients and the community to ensure that the research is inclusive and impactful?
What a great question, thank you. So a number of opportunities we've done that. So prior to the release of our new strategic plan and our new Ori High Institute, we actually developed what's called CBRAC, so Community-Based Research Advisory Council. So we had over 100 applicants for, I think they were 12 positions on the committee. And so this group is our community advisory group. We go to them for advice, for guidance, for input into research projects, questions, even our strategic plan. We had our community right there at the table, helping to inform our research agenda. And as we continue to take on new research studies, we seek input from that group. So that's one aspect. The second one is that during our Ori High launch, we had over 20 partners partner with us, including our Indigenous groups, our professional associations, multiple service providers who worked with us to highlight the importance of research in our community. And so all of these groups, we had a wonderful fair where they were able to show what they, how they contribute to health in our community, and really raising awareness of the fact that we're doing research right in our community, right in our region, helping our patients and families and clinicians to uncover health issues as well as answers to questions that are pertinent to their health and well-being. And ongoing, we seek it through our outreach programs to continue to get the pulse of our community. And anybody who is interested in being part of a research study should give us a call, and we'd be happy to help them become more engaged in our Ori High initiative.
Since you already mentioned some partnerships, can you tell us a little bit about the importance of these partnerships and the outcomes of having those partners with you?
Great. Partnerships are absolutely essential. We cannot do this alone. So we have partnerships with our pharmaceutical companies where we provide, they work with us to do particular drug trials, and as part of best practice, offering patients opportunities to engage in a drug trial that is not even on the market yet, and that could potentially provide them with a better outcome. So that partnership with our pharmaceutical companies is really important. We also have partnerships with our academic centers. So as you know, Osler is the primary affiliate with the new Toronto Metropolitan University Medical School. And so we are very eager and to partner with TMU. We also have a very strong partnership with Humber around how do we work with academia to bring in clinicians, to bring in learners, to work with us on our research teams and to generate questions that are relevant to our community. And then of course, our partners are our patients and families in our community. We need them engaged, we need them to know about Ori High, asking questions about the center, how they can get engaged, and being part of our research, our actual research studies. We need them so that we can study issues that are relevant to them and their healthcare.
What measures are being taken to ensure that the findings from Ori High research are translated into actionable improvements in patient care?
Great question. We know that once research occurs, sometimes it takes 10 to 20 years before it actually gets into practice. And that's why we've created Ori High, to get everything under one roof, where we have clinicians alongside researchers to generate the questions, conduct the research, and then take those findings and disseminate them across Osler and in the community. So we have a very important pathway where that the findings from research studies are shared broadly, both formally in a publication or at a conference, in a paper presentation, but also internally. So that if there are improvements to any type of care or treatment, those are taken internally and worked with the Research Advisory Council to look at how can we look at this research, and is it ready to be changing practice? Is it something that's exploratory, or has this been a game changer where we say we really need to change practice? So there's a process that we go through to ensure that any of the research that happens, we're looking at that and tracking it to look at dissemination.
Mm-hmm. So is it safe to say that some of the findings that they are able to be put into practice faster?
Absolutely. We know that we have multiple opportunities to leverage the research that's happening, understand it, and then we have the experts right in our own organization that have conducted that research, that are leaders in this space, where we can have them support us in the dissemination of the findings.
That's great. It's an improvement, like that. It feels like there is less bureaucracy and less obstacles into putting the findings in practice with Ori High.
Yeah, I think that the piece around having an institute is really legitimizing and formalizing the fact that we have researchers from all disciplines in our organization. And Ori High supports these clinicians to conduct the research, to garner the subjects into the research study, to support them in the analysis, as well as the dissemination of the findings. And knowing that research is a process, sometimes it's just uncovering and understanding what's happening, and sometimes it's an intervention study, like a drug trial. And so all those aspects of the research study are really important to understand, and some will impact in practice, and others will help to inform us in terms of developing additional questions.
What excites you the most about the potential of Ori High and its impact on the future of healthcare?
What a great question. I think what I really am excited about is happening at Osler and in our community. The fact that research is happening for our patients and our community, that excites me. The fact that we are in a partnership with academia, and that we have a research center, and that we have learners coming in and we're learning with and from each other, that is really exciting. And that we don't have to depend on going outside of our own area, that it's happening in our community. and that the studies that are happening are really going to positively impact patients that don't typically get enrolled in studies. So our diversity is our strength, and we want to ensure that we have a very inclusive, barrier-free access to engaging in research and understanding the types of research that we're doing.
As a leader in healthcare and research, what strategies do you use to inspire and to drive motivation within your team?
I honestly have the most amazing team, and they are very professional, very well educated. They have tremendous amount of experience, and together we make up a phenomenal team at Osler. I typically get out of the way so that I don't provide a barrier to their creativity. They are really inspired and self-directed. And my role really is to connect people, because I don't have all the answers. I come to this with a tremendous amount of humility and know that there are experts who dedicate their lives to research and to find the answers to really tough problems. And so my role is really to make those connections and then allow the magic to happen. As I always say, the 1 + 1 = 3. Allow that connection to happen and the process to unfold. And I've never been steered wrong with that pathway.
Oh. Thank you so much for being here with us today, for being part of ORHI. It feels that this is going to be a groundbreaking research facility, if I can say it's like a research facility. And would you like to, what kind of message would you like to give for our Portuguese-speaking audience?
I wish I can speak Portuguese, but I can't. What I can say is that the community is extremely valued. I encourage you to become involved, ask questions. If there's a community event where a speaker, because we are going to unfold our speakers session, please try to attend. I think that there's an opportunity for, I'm Italian, my background is Italian, for both communities, for all communities to really rise up, become more informed. Get involved and ask questions because your input into our success is absolutely critical. So I thank you for the opportunity to share that message.
No, thank you. And thank you again for coming in. Congratulations on the launch of ORHI. I truly believe that this is going to be very important to us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.